Hey everyone, welcome back to another market open. Wow, we've got kind of an interesting split in an opening today. Let's take a look at the candlesticks here and see what the heck is going on, because look at this. We got FCell and Gamestop selling off here all of a sudden. Both of them in the pre-market down about 10 to 11% here. And this GameStop decline has really been going on here, and it mostly... let's see. It looks like it started. We had a little bit of a bump here at the beginning of the pre-market, but all of a sudden, somewhere around, it looks like 9 a.m., somewhere around 9 a.m. Eastern time, we started having the stock sell off in the pre-market. Not with a lot of volume, very, very little volume, but all of a sudden, maybe that buying volume just evaporating, leading GameStop here to sell off substantially here in the pre-market, down about 10.51%. Now we'll see how we open up, but definitely feels a little, not so good for the day. It is possible that the short interest has gotten to the point where there is just no short covering anymore, as a creation of buyer demand, especially since yesterday we had gotten down to well under 20%. Short interest, we'll pull up the short interest as well just to see what's going on. If that's a remaining source of buyer demand, and if that's it, and that starts drying up, that could potentially lead some of this sell-off to begin, or to continue rather at this point, since we have obviously fallen off $300 that we've seen. We've got Fuel Cell also trending down here. Yeah, well, I'll see what's going on with Fuel Cell. Fuel Cell also had some sort of news event here. Looks like, well, let's see here. I'm trying to find out when this was. This looks like it was right around 7 a.m. Eastern time. Yeah, around 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. Big sell-off at Fuel Cell. We'll have to find out what's going on here. We'll go to news here. Let's see, 11 minutes ago to host earnings. Earnings this morning. So we'll be able to pull up what earnings are in just a moment. But Fuel Cell must have missed earnings or something. But this is a rough pre-market here, as well as Express, which opened up 14%, or closed rather up 14% yesterday, down 8.4% in the pre-market now. GameStop, keep in mind though, was down 16% in the pre-market yesterday, or at the close yesterday, and then now down at the moment 8%. In the pre-market. Take a look at some of the gainers here. Sundial up 8%, somewhat starting. It was actually even higher here in the pre-market. I mentioned yesterday that it's possible Sundial could just run into earnings, and we might see a Sundial run as a catalyst, because we do, or earnings as a catalyst, and we see the stock end up running. We've got Churchill Capital now at $31 per share. I personally believe if we consistently break out above this, we could be sitting between $34 and $40 a share, much more stably very soon. So I'm very excited to see how this open is, given that we almost broke above this line that we had drawn, the box that we had made. Almost broke completely above it for the entire pre-market trading window after the run that we had. So we'll see how this goes. We only had a little bit of a dip back into the box. Definitely a bullish sign. So we'll see how the open goes. Faraday Solutions, another consumer vehicle SPAC, up about 4.4%. Got Moderna, Tootsie Roll, Unity, Lemonade, all up somewhere between 2 to 3% here in the pre-market hours. Let's take a quick look at Tesla. We got about 50 seconds to go before the market opens. Tesla trying to do a little bit of a red candle here in the pre-market, down about 0.6%, but looks like we got as low there in intra-minute trading as 702.60, currently trading at about 703. Enphase looks like it might open up about 1% down, also doing a little bit of a red candlestick. We do have a little bit of a mixed setup in terms of an open here. We do have the Fed starting their meeting today and finishing their meeting tomorrow. Obviously, they take breaks in between. But Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell will be speaking tomorrow. So it's also possible that we end up having a tentative market because of that. Let's go jump on over to the bell. The opening bell with CNBC.
Here's the opening bell and a look at the S&P at the bottom of your screen. Jim, sticking with the car theme, Ford today did say that if this chip shortage And we're going to listen a little bit later on to what Lisa Sue told you about it last night on Mad Money. But if it extends beyond the first half, now they're looking at an impact of as much as $2.5 billion. And of course, we got news out of GM yesterday that some of the models coming off the line may not have the fuel management software. As to David's point, there's 3,000 to 5,000 components in a car, and if only one of them is missing, that can keep them off the line.
Yep, and Ford seeking a $2 billion for convertible debt offering, so I expect that to put pressure on the common stock. Lisa Sue's got, as she said, she's CEO of AMD. They're making everything. I mean, they've got it. Don't look at them as a shortage. There are other companies, NXPI, in the auto business where they should be working around the clock. Maybe they are working around the clock. I don't know. David, you know NXPI. I guess that was the company that should have been bought. Someone would have made a killing buying that company.
Qualcomm had a deal, 127.50. Not sure why that number sticks in my head, but that was.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the opening candles that we've got here. So let's grab our opening change here. We've got, whoa. There we go on Churchill. Like I said, if we broke above that box, and we did, I mean, we barely only nibbled going back into the box. It was bullish. We'll see if this can hold up. But right now, Churchill, it just popped at 10%. Now, it is falling again. So we don't know if this is going to last. Let's see. But that is a very, very, very strong open here. Possibly because we're above this, these thresholds here. We're above $30 again, psychological threshold. Let's see if we can keep it up. It is falling intra-minute here. It's now only up about 7.6, 7.9%. It was as high as 10% here in the open. Although we're about to get a potential red candlestick here if we end up closing below. There we go. Okay, we've now actually shifted to a red candlestick, potentially going right back into the box. So we'll have to keep an eye on this one. We're up about 8% right now. Really playing a tug of war here on Churchill Capital. Are we going to end up green on this minute, or are we going to end up red? That could be, look at that push. Look at that push on CCIV. We might end up green. Let's see how this 1 minute ends here, because it could help determine the direction of the stock for at least the open here. Up 9% right now, about to turn green, potentially going back to 10% here. Nope, there's a sell order that comes in and pushes us red. So we'll keep an eye on this one. At the same time, Northern Genesis, company that was way oversold, just like Churchill Capital, that went down to, I want to say they went down to like $13 or something like that. We knew they'd go back to 20. They're back at 20, and they are up again about 3.3% this morning. We've got ZOM running this morning. Look at those candlesticks on ZOM. ZOM actually, with this kind of price action, might take over Churchill's run here as leading gains here on the open. We did get that red candlestick at Churchill. Does look like ZOM is going to potentially take over with this sort of momentum that we're seeing here. We've got Faraday Solutions, red candlesticking, still up about 4% though. Sundial falling, Sundial all of a sudden falling. Not the open that we were expecting with that pre-market surge we were seeing in Sundial. Thinking potentially that had to do with the catalyst of earnings coming up. We're not sure why, because we know the stock is heavily momentum driven, which has really nothing to do with earnings. But now either way, we are seeing a little bit of a sell-off from that excitement. Moderna up 3.6-ish% right now, 3.1%, 3%. Okay, bobbing around 3% for Moderna. Bitcoin around 2.6%, actually trying to recover from lows. Looks like we hit lows of around $64,600 just recently here. Obviously, during the crash, we dropped down to around that 47,000 level. Not sure if we're going to end up testing new lows here. Doesn't look like it with this rebound that we're getting right now. So Bitcoin at the very least, or at the very moment, up to 55,691. Out of that 54 range. We got Roblox moving up again, up to $74 a share now. Open Door, BFT, the PaySafe merger, both up about 2%. Pinterest around 2%. Apple 1.65. Upwork's up a little bit, still under 50 though. Yesterday in the after hours, they almost broke 50 on an after hours close. Wayfair. CRISPR Therapeutics, these guys up about 1-ish%. going to look for some opportunities as well in the red. Let's see what we've got over here. In the red, we've got Fuel Cell actually coming out with a green candle, with a nice green open in terms of candlesticks, but opening down 8%, 8 to 9%. GameStop also struggling, but really trying to continue this trend here in the pre-market where it was recovering from a potential sell-off. We're down about 7.6% right now. AMC down about 5.5%. Costs, Nikola, SOS, SunPower, Plug Power, Tilray, all falling here. Macy's, after a massive run yesterday, we've got Macy's, Dave & Buster's down, Shift down, all of these down about 2% here. Virgin Galactic, Norwegian, Enphase, how odd. Enphase back to 171, down about 1.6%. Let's find out. Oh, here we go. We've got Matterport at 1652. Not much of a movement there. And Tesla down almost 1%, potentially going to break under 700. I'll tell you, Tesla's been very sticky around 700, just like NIO's been very sticky around $45 in both directions. Even though we're getting that green candlestick, it's been very, very sticky for NIO to really break out here. Speaking of breaking out, though, folks, look at CCIV. It is absolutely running. This is pretty wild right now. We did get that one red candlestick there at the open, but we are getting a little bit of pain here on the others, on the flip side, like the GMEs and the fuel cells, but we're not seeing that over here at Churchill. This is incredible. Let's take a quick moment just to see what they're speculating over here at the CNBC.
Talk about crypto. Every time I tried to post it, they say no. But it is a remarkable time, and the money's coming, Carl, and it's going to go, I think, to Square for slivers of Bitcoin, and I think it's going to go to companies like Moderna. It's not going to go to FANG, Carl, and that's what I think is ailing FANG. Those are considered to be, we should come up with acronyms, Fuddy and Duddy. That's what FANG is to them.
It reminds me, Jim, of the B of A fund manager survey today, which says that the biggest drop in tech exposure in 15 years. And for the first time since last February, the number one tail risk, according to the survey, is not COVID. It's inflation and a potential taper tantrum.
Well, that means you got to keep buying Caterpillar, got to keep buying Deere, got to buy AGCO, Cummins. Those are the winners. And it's happening right now. Those stocks continue to get boosts. A lot of the analysts, by the way, they had cut their price targets so big that now they are coming back and the price increases. United Rentals goes from $265 to $350. I mean, look at this. David, Caterpillar. I mean, this thing has not even had an inflection in earnings yet.
Okay, we've got a little bit of a Caterpillar. Caterpillar is a great company, don't get me wrong. But we've got CCIV, a little bit of a potential consolidation starting here. We got up to almost $33 a share, and now we are red candlesticking. We are at about 32. Red candlesticking. We'll see if it's just a temporary consolidation, if we can end up bouncing. We'll see what we end up bouncing off. So we'll come back to this. Moderna. Why is Moderna all of a sudden running? Let's go ahead and see if we can pull up the Bloomberg term here and just see what's going on with mRNA. I think it's such a convenient ticker symbol for an mRNA company. mRNA, Pfizer does that too, but they didn't get the ticker. So let's look at the individual news here on Pfizer. Okay, so potential issue linked with vaccine batches, but then a suggestion that maybe the issues were not related to a batch of vaccines here. And Moderna begins testing COVID vaccine on children. Okay, this is interesting. I've got a 5-year-old and 3-year-old, so I totally understand the excitement to get testing done on children. Although I wonder how do you ethically sign up a child? I guess it would just have to be a parent that determines that for a trial. But it's like, hey, 5-year-old, do you want to be in a trial? Do you want to get a shot? I know the answer is no. Anyway, So Churchill, this red candlestick is accelerating at the moment. We've definitely got a little bit of sell pressure on this gain here. And we've got real sell pressure pushing this down to about a 9% gain right now. We're not finding that bounce level yet. At the same time, you know, GameStop here, that green candlestick movement did not last. Unfortunately, we've got some larger volume that came in. We settled down with volume right around here as we started flattening, but all of a sudden we started really pulling back here. And let's see here. What's hold on. Oh, that was 1 year ago. No way.
Aerospace. Bad. All right, bad. I don't have anything good to say. I have anything good to say since the Super Bowl, and I redouble my not having good to say.
Wow. Jim,
Wow.
it kind of points to what you had been saying.
They're just sort of being reminiscent of last year. That's interesting. Man, last year. But anyway, we get some real red to look at right now. Like AMC, also down 8%. It's literally all the momentum stocks here. COS, SOS, AMC, Express, GameStop, with the exception of Fuel Cell. Fuel Cell, let's figure out what happened with F-Cell here. This could just be earnings related. If F-Cell really a 2020, I'm sorry, a 2030 play for me, it's not something I own now because I think we're too early on it. It doesn't surprise me that there's a potential miss. Stock dives after wider than expected loss. Fuel Cell Energy comments in slide projection, targets delivering positive adjusted EBITDA for 2022, so not in 2021. Not that I think we even had that expectation, but the market can work in mysterious ways. We've got a loss per share of 15 cents versus expectations of a 4-cent loss. Revenue, ooh, that's a pretty large miss on rev. Revenue came in under $15 million, and the expectation was to have revenue come in over 22. Ooh, that is it's about 33% under expectations there, roughly. Yeah, that's a good chunk under there. So anyway, GameStop, this slide stabilizing here at about 14%. We are seeing some real pain over here. Look at SunPower, Plug Power, Fuel Cell. I mean, Fuel Cell Energy may as well be called Fuel Cell Power right now, because these guys are all kind of joining the downtrend here. Nano Dimension down as well, about 2%. Where are we on Nano Dimension, by the way? Let's see, Nano Dimension. Where do we stand here? NNDM. About $11. I mean, look, this company is just it's still double from where I last made a video about it at $6, and they've got some very neat technology. Yeah. All right, so Churchill, back to 10%. We are bouncing. Look at this. We bounced off 31.33 roughly, potentially as low as 31.13, depending on where you measure from, bottom of the box or bottom of the stick. But yeah, still that run is sustaining over at Churchill. We've got Moderna up 5.6% here. I can't imagine this was just because Peter Rawlinson, the CEO, drove the car by the CNBC headquarters. I mean, it seemed very natural and off script. I mean, maybe what's, and this is a potential catalyst for Churchill, is maybe you have a big cohort that believe maybe this is like a Nikola, where their car doesn't actually function. And if that suspicion goes away, maybe we get a push back to, what's it called? Re-enthusiasm for the stock and the value going up here. So, Lennar reports earnings today. Yeah, let's see. Let's find out if we can get on the earnings calendar here. Let's see what we got. It's going to be interesting how Lennar navigates the materials market. Now, look, the real estate market inventory has just declined. This last quarter earnings should have been a period of peak earnings for Lennar with interest rates where they are. It depends how high the Lennar expectations are, but I mean, I would be bullish on their earnings. So, but I'm not going to trade it. Earnings is such a crapshoot for trading purposes. So let's see here if it shows me a time. No. Woo. I do not see Lennar's time frame right now, so I'll have to check that out. I know they're this week. Yeah, maybe tomorrow? I don't know. We'll see. GameStop is a little bit free falling right now. Okay, this is not so good. This is if we wouldn't get demonetized, we'd be playing that music right now. I'm free falling. we don't even want to get it close. That'll be my excuse. I'm purposely singing it poorly to not get demonetized. Yeah, there you go. How's that for an excuse? Okay. Churchill just read Candlestick too. Look at that. Going back to the box. Yeah, folks, you got to respect the box. There's something about these boxes that is magnetic. It works in both ways. It is very, 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 powerful. The power in this box. On the other hand, though, we've got Roblox running. Their CEO believes that even though their growth will slow, they are still here, and they are still going to expand internationally, and they are going to win long term, they say, no matter any temporary kind of slowdown here. So let's see what else we have here. Moderna. Okay, hold on. Let's pull this for just a moment here.
You can see it's rather stochastic, kind of choppy, because there really wasn't anything
10-year here.
Data. What I was amazed about is it didn't show more of a downside in yield, upside in price. Open the chart up to 3 sessions starting Friday when we had the high yield post-COVID close, and you can see the deterioration's been very small, and that really is the point. Not big concessions with respect to interest rates, not big corrections. Now let's take a longer view and let's look at a 10 for 1 month. There's a nice bias there. This is beginning of March. And if you look at beginning of March boons, you can see the difference there. And the reason I did it that way is because one's moving more to the upside in yields, one's moving more to the downside in boons, but boons are still significantly higher in yield than they were 3 or 4 months ago. The point is that we seem to be leading the way with respect to higher interest rates and to some extent firm equities. And what's the dollar doing through all this? Well, this chart starts at the last Fed meeting. Even though the Fed's dovish, the market of interest rates has been more on the hot side, the dollar's siding with interest rates. Carl, Jim, David, back to you.
All right, Rick, thank you very much. Tech is definitely doing some heavy lifting.
Let's go ahead and pull the 10-year ourselves here and take a peek just to see what he's talking about here. So we'll pull up the 10-year ourselves. And right now, I mean, it's a little bit of an interesting sort of mixed market right now. Let's see what we got here. So we got the 10-year. If we go over to the 3-day chart here, we are at about 1.5951. We did a little bit of a jump up here to 1.61, but let's see here. Okay. Try to understand what's happening. So this was the Ides of March yesterday. I don't know why I love referring it to as that. But anyway, we had a nice slide here in the bond yields, but then we really started getting a spike as the market opened here for bonds this morning. We got a spike up to 161, but now we're settling back down to really lows of yesterday. So it took a massive hit this morning. Really, Trivago. Yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on with the Trivago news. Trivago. Let's see. Trivago. Okay. All right. Individual company news. Let's find out, and we'll look here. So moving lower in opening trading. No, there's really no news here. Because if I just look at 315, I'm not actually getting any kind of news here on the term. Very, very little news available on Trivago. Let's see what the sticks are doing here. We've got Trivago down about 8.4% here. That's an interesting movement. Yeah, and I don't see, let's see what Weeble's covering. 4 hours ago, 17%. This was really more of a yesterday post. 17% surge from yesterday. Is this an indication of further gains? And then, well, here it's down 8.7%. So I don't see a necessary news catalyst here on this particular one. By the way, let's see here. Look, I've got a lot. Like I got so many people asking about this. I just want to run. I want to invite you all to vote on this as well. Okay. So look, this is what I wrote this on Twitter. Check this out, because as you can see, it's not even pinned right now, right? But I wrote on Twitter, woke up to at least 50 requests to extend the HODL coupon code on the courses until stimulus comes in. Was expiring yesterday. Should we? So it's 77% yes right now. 619 votes. Let me know what do you all think? Just because there are people saying like they get paid like on the 17th and the 19th, and I was really surprised that there was that demand, for an extension. The timing of the checks though is interesting. So I don't know. I'll put it out to a vote. So Tesla is down 1.3% here. Tesla now breaking under 700. We are under 700 here. Actually, we're at now 698. So let's see here. I'm trying to understand. Okay. So NEO also down under 45 again. So an interesting movement here where we've got some of our faves down right now. NEO, Tesla, EXPI, Palantir, all these guys down about 1.5%. We've got GameStop down about 12%. So GameStop recovering. Let's look at GameStop's recovery here. GameStop is bouncing off about 175 as a low. Bouncing up to right now 193, still trying to recover. Fuel Cell, on the other hand, still declining. What's the diamond hand talk here?
On all of these things, have we figured out what the ice cream cone means with the frog?
Bye.
No.
Means bye.
Okay.
How's it? Geez, yesterday.
Chat, I don't think they've got anything productive here to say. I had to check when I saw the diamond hands, but I don't know what they're talking about. So looks like AMC also recovering. Microvision selling off here. By the way, old rumors about this company potentially, getting bought up by Tesla. I don't know. I've talked about this actually like many months ago. Personally, I think it'd be brilliant if Tesla did, because it eliminates the potential risk of needing LiDAR, even though I know Tesla bulls say LiDAR's crap. I got my fair dose of getting flamed the other day about exactly that. Mostly because on Twitter, and I'd be careful. I don't want to get blocked here. But somebody, where was it? Elon Musk tweeted. It was about full self-driving. Let's see here. I don't know where I have it yet. But anyway, basically, Elon Musk was talking about how great full self-driving was, and how it just needs more people to test it, and how basically he said the only thing it needs now is more people testing it. And I said, or LiDAR ? So I haven't gotten blocked, but yeah, it's something. I see the request here about Volkswagen. I personally am not jazzed about Volkswagen. Let's see what they're doing. But yeah, anyway. Okay, VWAGY. Wow, nice open today. That's an incredible open, up 13% on Volkswagen. I think that's potentially because they're talking about having I want to say, wasn't it like 250 gigawatts or something crazy of battery production? Let me look at that. That they're projecting for 2030. Volkswagen gigawatts. 240 gigawatt hours of production capacity to Europe by 2030. I was close. I said 250. It was actually 230. 240. Now you just realize I'm just tired because I can't even speak right. Okay, so what are we doing here? What's going on? Churchill, why? Kevin, it's always the line. Just move the freaking line. But look at this. It respects the line. I cannot make this stuff up, folks. This is crazy. I don't know what it is. Anyway, Roblox. Wow, Roblox now up to $76. A very nice run in Roblox here. Very, very good run at Roblox. Strong run after IPO. Briefly fell under IPO pricing yesterday morning. Recovering very, very nicely today for a run. Ubiquity with like no volume, but nice move up here. We got Rocket Mortgage 26. Pinterest just went positive. What happened? I could have sworn I just saw them negative, but now they're positive. Oh, which something would be fun is SOS. What's going on with SOS? It needs help. It needs help. Yeah, that's a solid drop here in SOS. We can see what's going on in the news here. I do want to share some of my portfolio percentages here. I did a little bit of an update yesterday, and I just think it'd be interesting. I'm not going to read off everything. I'll probably post like a screenshot or something later for our course members, but I could share a little bit here. Let's see. Let's go to the news really quick for SOS. So speculation is out of control. Okay. SOS may be an indicator that speculation is out of control. Well, I mean, the stock market has been a little kooky lately. SOS installs a second batch of 5,000 cryptocurrency miners. Well, they had a massive run yesterday. I wonder if they're just giving up that run about the cryptocurrency miners. And it appears so with a 10% decline. But anyway, in terms of holdings, where I stand right now, well, as of yesterday, it looks like we are, or I am, I don't know why I said we, but I am 47% Tesla. Let's see here. Okay, about 1 point. Oh, that's I got some options, but without options, this does not include options. Without options, only 1.4% on Square. I consider. I gotta reevaluate how much I want about that. 6% Redfin. That's a pretty high one. Etsy 6% and Enphase 4.6%. So some more room to bump Enphase there. But my Apple share has actually gone down a chunk. It's only 3.6%. So just haven't been adding as much. Churchill Capital, I'm at 4.9%. So you can see some of the strength over there. Margin right now, if I paid down the margin with what's sitting around, I'd be at around 32%. So just to give you a little update, a little Meet Kevin update. All right. So Churchill really just playing like dancing over here at what's it called here? Our line that we've got of around 31. Seems like right around 31, 30, or where the line is, 30.84. Yeah, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Watch it. Okay. All right. Sorry. Okay. So where do we stand here? We got a little bit of a run coming back to Churchill Capital. Roblox selling off a little bit here. A little bit of softness coming out. Twilio, though, nice movement here. If you've ever used Zendesk, by the way, or you've ever Square's bouncing all over today, I don't know. Look at that. If you've ever used like Zendesk or gotten text message notifications from businesses, a lot of the services use Twilio. Pretty interesting here. So, okay. What's a lot of talk? My gosh, everybody's talking about Palantir. What's happening with Palantir? All right, let's see what's going on. Pinterest, nice move up. Pinterest up 2.4% here. It was red there for a moment. Man, Palantir's down 2%. I don't know why, but I mean, it doesn't seem like an abnormal move here. In my opinion, when we get like 2% fluctuations, it's usually like, this isn't anything to be really worried about. It's more these like 13, 10% fluctuations. These get a little more frustrating. They usually have an underlying catalyst. Let's see. Volkswagen up 14.4% right now. Wow, real movement there. Volkswagen. Let's listen into this. Oh no, they're just previewing their show for later. Oh wait. Oh, Peter Rawlinson's going to be on CNBC tonight.
And everyone should watch this. It's going to be unbelievable.
Ooh,
it's the one I love.
Oh, CrowdStrike too.
What a car! What a car! Put David in the trunk and put David in the front. Doesn't matter. There's two boots, as we like to say.
There he is in the back. Yeah, I'll drive
there
you
go.
around.
The back
That's
is
where I'm
so
going to end
roomy.
up as your chauffeur. That
And why
sounds
not?
about right.
Why not?
Yeah,
Can
sounds
do
about
well.
right. But I am going to go 0 to 100 as fast as possible and knock you. Just
Oh, no, it's 0 to 100 without a problem. Right here in the parking lot. I love it.
Oh, man.
Thank you.
I'm glad the booth is able to have a little bit of fun today. Jim, we'll see you tonight. Mad Money, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to another hour of Squawk.
You think Jim Cramer goes back and like takes a nap for the day?
Record high.
I mean, 'cause he's up early. He's up at like 3 a.m. sometimes, my time. So I think probably like 4 a.m. his or something. I don't know.
0.3%, matching expectations exactly. And do remember, this series should continue to be relatively firm because we know we need to build inventories because demand post-COVID is going to surge even more than, of course, it has with the partial reopenings. A positive revision of 0.6 to 0.8 in the rearview mirror. And with respect to more real-time data, that was January. We're going to look at March National Association of Home Builders Sentiment Index. And for that, we head east to Diana Olick. Diana?
Rick, home builder sentiment fell 2 points to 82 in March, according to the builders. Anything
Probably because of lumber.
is positive, but rising interest rates and higher costs for lumber are weighing on the builders. Of the index's three components, current sales conditions fell 3 points to 87. Sales expectations in the next 6 months increased 3 points to 83, and buyer traffic unchanged at 72. Supply shortages and high demand have caused lumber prices to jump about 200% since last April. That adding $24,000 to the price of a new home.
That's
Record low supply of existing homes should favor the builders, but rising mortgage rates and higher prices are hitting buyers, especially first-time buyers on the low end. Regionally, on a 3-month average, builder sentiment rose in the Northeast, fell everywhere else. Still strongest, though, in the West. Back to you guys.
Diana Olick, thank you. We're going to start with the reopening trade. The CEO of United Airlines saying it is now time to pivot to growth. Our Phil LeBeau caught up with CEO Scott Kirby earlier and has more. Phil.
Morgan, the airline stocks are cooling off just a little bit. Remember, these stocks were all at 52-week highs yesterday, almost all of them. So it's not surprising that we're seeing a little bit of a give back today. When we did talk with Scott Kirby earlier today on Squawk Box, we talked about where is this transition? What are you noticing in terms of the increased demand that's out there? Here's what he had to say.
I think it's pretty likely that that cash burn trajectory will continue to head up and to the right. But as long as there's not a setback, I think we're on the road to recovery, and we can put those days of talking about cash burn and layoffs and things like that largely in the rearview mirror.
Scott Kirby talking about the fact that they are now core cash flow positive, and they've gotten there 1 year after. Remember, a year ago, they were burning through $100 million a day. Take a look at the passenger levels here in the U.S. 5 straight days with more than 1 million passengers who have been screened by the TSA. Yesterday, when we talked with Doug Parker, CEO of American Airlines, he indicated that he sees this being a transition where the improvements continue as people get out.
Justin, I don't want to keep you from work. Justin said, Justin doesn't want to go to work because he's watching the lectures. You're funny. Construction workers. I mean, finding good construction workers is always an issue. Lumber prices plus difficulty finding good construction workers, overheated demand equals obscenely inflated housing prices. 3D printed houses are the future. We'll see. We'll see about the scale for that. Right now the 3D printed houses still heavily. I mean, look, the 3D printed houses, folks. They're going to get a potential boost here because of lumber, because you're really 3D printing the frame. But a lot of the traditional items inside the house are still being installed manually, right? Kitchen, flooring, tiling, all that good stuff. So, all right, let's keep listening in here. We'll go back to the sticks in just a moment here. And then I'll read this $10 donation. Thanks, John.
The CNBC Fed survey, along with lower unemployment and a forecast for a quicker tightening of Fed policy. GDP seen cranking up above 6% this year from a decline in 2020, remember, of 3.5%, and then it rises above 4% in 2022 as well. So 2 good years on the way, according to the forecast. Unemployment rate, it ticks down from 6% now to 5% by year end, 4.35% by end of 2022. Jim Paulson, Chief Investment Strategist for the Leuthol Group, writes, future demands augmented by massive savings and healthier balance sheets could produce a sustained multi-year period of stronger real and nominal activities. But Lynn Reeser, chief economist at Point Loma Nazarene, writes, the Fed is trying to convince the markets that any inflation upturn would be just a blip. Such confidence may be overstated. Surging demand could outstrip supply and trigger higher.
Okay, hold on. I want to jump from them to this Fed talk.
What are they going to say tomorrow? How do they deal with it?
So thank you for having me today, Alex. I think that the Fed is going to be very focused on the tolerance of markets to adjust to this higher yield regime that we've seen so far. And clearly, economic data has been a bit more mixed, but economists and pretty much everyone on the street is quickly revising up expectations for growth, which is clearly a positive. And I think another thing that the Fed's going to be looking at is the functioning in the corporate credit markets, which by all accounts has been pretty strong despite the rapid move in yields. We've been able to digest a huge amount of new issue across investment grade, high yield, and loans this year. And despite the fact that we've seen a little bit of choppiness when it comes to retail flows and then also returns for longer duration segments of the market, we've continued to see pretty good stability across corporate credit, which I think is a positive for the Fed tomorrow.
If the Feds, and I'm really focused here on the summary of economic projections, which I think is going to be fascinating tomorrow because it needs to be updated in such a significant
SEP is where they do the dot plots. They tell you when they think they're going to raise rates and taper.
How many rate hikes do you think we're going to see in 2023? Because the market kind of thinks one. Steve Englander over at Standard Chartered, he's got two. I'm wondering what it will take for the SEP to be market moving.
That's a great question.
It's not going to be.
Compare it back to where the dots were back in 2015, and arguably on an apples to apples basis, when you look at what we're expecting for the economy in 2023 versus where we were when the Fed embarked on its last hiking cycle, the dots should be materially higher. That being said, we do have this very low interest rate environment that is necessary right now for the Treasury to continue its massive funding needs in the short to intermediate term. Now, there is some flex in terms of just how low yields have gotten that for both the Treasury and corporate America as a whole, there is tolerance that we have some higher yields and some higher borrowing costs, and it's not necessarily a massive negative to broader economic and credit fundamentals.
Okay, I'm gonna jump on over here to the sticks here. Obviously, we'll see what the Fed says tomorrow. I'm not so opposed to what the Fed says here. Let me look at this one up really quick, just to see what this is. I see this one come up a few times here. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's see. I am really itchy. Hold on one sec. Let me just turn on this a little bit more. Ugh. This air purifier. I think it's like the start of allergy season again or something like that. Oh man, I hate it. But okay, what is this here? Okay, so LKCO. All right. LKCO. Yeah, this big air filter. You can actually see the one I have by going to metkevin.com/air, or I think it's Purify. I don't know, one of those. metkevin.com/purify. Anyway. So let's see. This operates a high big data processing tech company. Big data is so important. You need a lot of processing power for that. And it's kind of like what Snowflake does, aggregating huge amounts of data and trying to draw conclusions. It's kind of like what Palantir does as well. Company offers spatial temporal big data, PAS. I don't know what that is. Software as a service and DaaS. So PaaS, SaaS, DaaS. Fancy. Intelligence services based on tech. Okay. Let's look at potential like forecasts here on this thing. So is this, let's see, earnings and estimates on this company. Not even available for the company. Yeah, I don't even know. Yeah, where, okay, LKCO. Let's see, LKCO. I wonder even where they're based out of. Okay, well, based out of China. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I know some folks are talking about that as a potential swing trade, but I mean, well, let's go back to the sticks here first. I'll put it in here for a second. So LKCO down about 6% right now. If we go to sort of the day chart here, looks like it kind of had a little bit of a crazy run here. You know, it's like a penny stock play, right? So you gotta be careful sometimes with the penny stock plays. So Tesla down at 6.99 right now. We got Churchill playing within our boxes again here. Let's see, above though right now. A nice 10 point, this 10% lead here is really gaining. Now, keep in mind, this pump right here really occurred when CNBC started talking about having platform as a service. Thank you for that. Really started around the mention that Peter Rawlinson was going to be on CNBC today to talk about Lucid. It is possible that these interviews can be buy the rumor, sell the news. So you see a pump before the interview and then people sell off. But it depends what he says. You know, if he comes out and starts talking stuff about autonomy, whew, that could really be good. All right. That could be really good. So, desktop is it data as a service? I'm going to lean towards data as a service on that one. So, all right, what else here? Twilio, 4%. Canoe, look at Canoe again. Told you this was going over 15. And it did it. Wish I had more money. Go play all these swings. It's fun. Okay, what else here? Upwork, over 50 now. Nice. Roblox, also up about 3-4%. Going to the negative, though. Look at, ooh, down 16% at GameStop, down at about 183. We're not at session lows. Session lows were about 175. GameStop falling. Let's go ahead and pull up short interest for GameStop. While I pull that up, let's tune in over here just for a moment. I'm going to get the short interest.
That we're dealing with resilience, the reliability of our grid, of our transportation systems. Again, a powerful moment for investment in infrastructure.
Which again, I think speaks to this digitization of everything that we're seeing and the acceleration of that trend that the pandemic has basically triggered here.
I feel like this is like a one-year-old discussion.
Sure, deal. How does that position Siemens, whether it is through some of those technologies that you offer to companies and governments, or whether it's through some of these products that the pandemic has made look even more attractive?
Yeah, Siemens is unknown to so many people, but what's powerful about Siemens is that we have technology in the backbone of the industries and the infrastructure that support this economy. So everything from manufacturing to buildings to the connection of the grid in decentralized grids, et cetera. These are all powerful technologies that are going to be helping us in these coming months. And one of the reasons that I penned my open letter was to help raise our hand and demonstrate the kind of capabilities we know exist today that can be brought to the table.
The idea of a digital twin, I'm just going to...
All right, let's take a look at what the short interest is on GameStop. If you want to know, short data, just put into the chat like SI and then a ticker symbol with a space, please. Short interest. And then, a ticker. So let's see what we got. GameStop down to 15.77%. It looks like I gotta hide myself. Well, I could probably just minimize the box a little bit. Oops. Let's just go. And we've tried saving this before, so it just populates a little better. But it doesn't seem to care. Disney? Okay, there we go. That works. Now we can look at it like this. All right, so you got some somebody's talking about delisting risk for LKCO. That's not good. All right. Oh, they got an injunction. That's what saved them. So Disney's at 1.29%. Nobody shorts Disney. That's crazy. Palantir's pretty low too. I think they're like 6%. Oh my gosh, they're only 2.99% now. They've really fallen in their short interest. KMPH. I don't even know what that is. I should know, but I don't. It's at 11.32%. We've got oops. There we go. SPCE is 12.59%. Sensonics is 30% at cents. Wow. SOS is 9%. OCGN is OCGN is crashing the program. 9.95%. Remember, these are estimates by S3 partners. So, man, darn, software got really slow here all of a sudden. I hate buffering like that. 10%-ish, 10.3% on AMC. IPOE. I don't even think that's merged yet. That should be pretty low. Usually the SPACs are relatively low to start with. Whoa, I am wrong. Whoa. This one's got big fat short. Possibly because of interest rate increases, in finance. LKCO is being taken off. Wow. Oh, we'll see. Okay, C3 AI. Isn't that AI? Let's see here. AI. I think. Isn't it? I don't know if it is. Yeah, it is. It is C3 AI. 16.3%. Neo. Let's see here. Neo 3.8%. That's really low on Neo. I mean, Tesla, I think, is double that. It's like 7%. No, it's only 5.5%. Very, very low. F cell. Let's see what we got. Fuel cells 8.43. BB. Not Big Brother, but BlackBerry at 8.14%. Sorry. CLSK. This one at 4.94. AIV. We need DD. Okay, 4.7 on AIVE. SKT. We'll do a couple more of these shorts here. 26% on SKT. MMEDF. It's 23%, whichever one that is. Actually, I could just open this up a little bit here. Mind Medicine. Wow, it's also big. Piton. Good question. 6%. 6.3%. Actually surprised that's not a lot more. Yeah, we did Virgin Galactic. You can scroll back on that. FRX, these new SPAC announcements usually don't get shorted. Yeah, there's like nothing. 0.3%. Oh, I'm getting so itchy. Baba. Let's see. Baba. There we go. Wow. Baba's only 1.7% short. That's nothing. I'm not going to do new SPACs that haven't even gotten close to merger yet. CTRM, because they tend to be very, very low. And with the exception of, for some reason, Chamath's IPOE, I have to say. Okay, we'll do Rocket really quick. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I'll do like 2 more here. I don't want to spend all day just on short interest. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, okay. This is mine. What was it? 16.73% on Rocket. We got Nokia at, really? Only 0.76%? Seems pretty low. CCIV it should be pretty low. Again, usually these specs pretty low. Yeah, 6%. I mean, in fairness, that's higher than I expected it to be. FUV Arcimoto, 26% on Arcimoto. That's wow. That's a lot. SFT, 7%. And okay, we've hit these. The last ones that were asked here, we've hit. Okay, I think that's pretty good for right now. Okay, let's pause on that for a moment. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over at Fox. We haven't given them any love today, although usually they talk politics.
The border are now being sent back to Mexico, and they are saying, Susan, correct me if I'm wrong here. Those people sent.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know. I'm just at a loss for words.
Well, also what I find really interesting is that while VIX is declining, you have volatility within FX as well as Treasury market move higher. We started to see that weeks ago. Once we saw yields sort of inch their way higher, that's really picked up steam as we gotten over 1.5% on the 10-year. But is that sustainable? Because in theory, at some point, volatility in Treasury markets should lead to some shift within asset classes, which should lead to more vol, right?
Exactly. I mean, it's one of the things where, a lot of people talk about, oh, geez, we don't have to worry about interest rates being, moving up because they're still very low on a historic basis. But if you look at the percentage move, I mean, it's got a 200% move in the long bond and in the yield on the long bond. And if you go back if you go back literally the last 40 years of the entire bull market for bonds since the early 1980s, we've had periods of time where stock prices and interest rates can move up in tandem, like we've seen in the really, over the last year or so, But at some point, when they get really extended, like this one's starting to be, this move in interest rates, it always leads to a hiccup in the stock market. It doesn't mean it has to be a big bear market, but we get corrections in most years, and therefore we're coming, I think, more vulnerable for a correction than a lot of people are realizing, for the reasons that you just mentioned.
So where's that mark in the sand? Where's that line in the sand? We're just sub 1.6 at the moment. Feels like we've kind of stabilized after this big move higher, Matt, in terms of the 10-year. What does it take to get stocks unnerved? Because at the moment, we're seeing a kind of rotation within the equity markets towards the reopening trades. You're seeing the big airline stocks, the transport stocks doing really well on the back of that.
Yeah, pause there on the commentary. That was actually very interesting because it's something that I've been talking about is bond yields can go up at the same time the stock market goes up. It was just the acceleration that we saw in bond yields rising that spooked the market. But this individual is suggesting that we could see another correction. And this is something I've talked about as well, that, we had a nice warning call here over the last few weeks, and I'm glad we bought the dip. I'm glad we didn't sell. But if you were at all nervous about margin, for example, you had a warning shot. This right here, brilliant comment right here. Bert's account, $5. When will Disney sell NFTs? Holy schmoly. Did y'all imagine that? I'm going to go to the sticks here in a moment. But, own your Mickey Mouse NFT and your Disney collectibles. That is interesting to me. And I wonder what kind of, I suppose it seems like there would be a bunch of copyright implications here, in terms of what rights that gives you. But, that could be a big old market. No doubt about that. So, all right. Let's go ahead and go to the watch list here. Let's see what we got. Let's look at the sticks. All right. 10%. Churchill Capital. Moderna 5%. Upwork 4.58%. BFT is 4% here. Twilio also 4%. Nice runs here. BFT, the PaySafe merger. I'm not so excited about some of the fintechs right now. Even I'll tell you, even Square, I love it. It's a little on the stretchy side for me. I know they've got a lot of potential though for adding new services that are difficult to value now. But I worry, how much of that is being priced in already. Oh, we'll see. Shall see. Whereas Tesla, I think Wall Street is underestimating Tesla substantially. It's ridiculous. So NFTs are pointless. So anybody can say, yeah, it's a big debate. Big debate. Somebody says AT&T's over 30. Where is it? T. Oh my gosh. It's at 30.02. We could pop some of that Tesla Kila. Who's in the chat here who got Tesla Kila yesterday? And this is a very strange and bizarre, or was a brief, strange and bizarre perk of the course yesterday. But Tesla Kila briefly came available, and I sent an alert to all course members. And within 8 minutes of me sending an alert to course members that Tesla Kila was available on the Tesla website, and I can't, obviously I don't think we can take credit for selling it out. I don't know if we can. It depends on how many wares they have. But literally within 8 minutes of me sending an alert to course members that Tesla Kila was available for sale, so many of you were leaving messages that you were buying like 1, 2, or 3 of them because you could buy them for like $250 and sell them for like $600 apparently on eBay. That they were sold out. Some of you yesterday like, Kevin, that alert just bought my course. I'm like, that was an unintended consequence. But anyway, so what do we got here? Volkswagen up 15%. Jeez, what a run on Volkswagen here. But anyway, Churchill really teetering around that up 10% movement here. We got Moderna up 5%. What's losing right now? How are we doing right here? Somebody else wrote here that Disney NFT is genius. People will pay big money to own the originals of the iconic brand. Yeah, that is something. And, you know, maybe the way to get in on that is owning Disney stock. So look at the GameStop, though, folks. Ooh, this is painful. We are down 20%. We revisited and created a new low here. Went to 175 on GameStop. We're a little above that right now at 177. But yikes. This is definitely a decline here. Solid sell-off here at GameStop, potentially because of that lack of sustained shorting. The squeeze getting squoze, so to speak, right? Express following down 12%. AMC down 10.4%. We've got Fuel Cell down 10%. SOS down almost 10%. Costs almost 9%. Ooh, there goes cannabis again. Down 6 and 5%. So volatile. I mean, terribly volatile. Oh, Canadian Solar, by the way, folks. Canadian Solar reports this week. They are down about 2.6%. A lot of fears that they're going to get screwed by China coming out with cheaper panels. And we got Canadian Solar ran up to about $67. Right now they're sitting around $43.64. Still big runs, really, since the election and the end of last year. But yeah, we'll see how their earnings go. What kind of how they assuage China fears. Tesla recovering. Nice recovery at Tesla. Back over 700. Back over there that way. Let's zoom into the 1 minute chart here. Yeah, nice recovery. Good recovery here. What's the... Okay, yeah. Good recovery here. Okay, Volkswagen. Good. Let's see here. Churchill Capital. Beautiful 10% today. Very nice. Moderna, 5.7% upwork. Twilio, Property Solutions, Canoe, Pinterest, all doing nicely green. Let's look at top news. Let's see what the suits are reading here. Let's go to top news here. All right, top news. How far can GME fall? Gosh, man. I don't know. ARK. Whoa, look at this. ARK Copycat is beating Cathie Wood's ETF by tenfold. Dirixon's Moon also bets on innovation, but tracks an index. Moon. Okay, let's see what this is. Moon. Down a little bit today, but that's okay. Let's see here. So this is Moon. They opened up in November. So they're only measuring from November. 25 to around 43. That's not bad. I mean, that's almost a double they had there before this last pullback on the Moon ETF. That is interesting. I wonder what's in the Moon ETF. They did say it's an index, or it tracks an index. Moon ETF. All right, let's see here. Moon Innovators ETF. It's out of their little survey here. Just want to see what's in it. So it tracks an index. So what do we got? Oh, here we go. Oh, weird. Okay, so Vuzix, Microvision, Tenable Holdings, Fuel Cell, Nano Dimension. Wow, these are some small names here. This is some small names that have done very, very well. A lot of this, genetic exposure, genomics, style exposure, cybersecurity. That's what they're playing here. Genetic and cyber. Wow. Drones. Autonomous vehicles, only 4.7%. Oops. I'm a little higher than that. All right. So, I see this comment here about CCIV 10K saying the merger is valued at 11.7. Yeah, what I recommend you do is watch this video on YouTube called How the Suits Screwed Us, CCIV. Watch that. Oh, I'm dying. so too itchy with these. I don't know. It's the headphones are itchy today or something. I don't know. It's killing me. But anyway, yeah, watch that, and it'll explain the valuation a little bit more. All right, here we go. Here's what's going on with Moderna.
So getting them vaccinated would help the country achieve herd immunity. European drug regulators say that they are firmly convinced the benefits of the AstraZeneca vaccine outweigh the risks. They are, again, strongly urging countries to keep vaccinations going, even as its experts investigate blood clots in a small number of people after they were vaccinated. A report is expected on Thursday. France, Germany, and Italy, however, are among those European nations that have suspended the shot. After initially pausing AstraZeneca vaccinations, Thailand is again administering the shot, with the country's prime minister getting his on camera to show his confidence in the vaccine.
I'm tired of seeing people get needles. Kills me.
We'll keep vaccinating.
All right. Let's go over here. Look at this. Look at some of these sticks here. Volkswagen, by the way, up 15%. Not a company I'm investing in. No plans to invest. But, yeah, look at Churchill here, folks. What a run. Come on. Push it. Push it to the moon. Where's our soundboard when you need it? Actually, I don't know that I ever soundboarded Push It.
Kevin just lost lots of money. Oh, man. Oh, but that's okay. I am with you. Here we go. Come on. Push it.
There we go. Yeah. You know that has like over 400,000 views right now? That's crazy, that song. I wish I had a reaction to this on video, but I showed it to Max and Jack for the first time yesterday, and they were loving it. Max particularly loves the Doge dog. Freaked out when he saw him. Loved him. So maybe that's good for Doge. But anyway, yeah, what do we got here? Moderna really pushing here, as it's been talked about on CNBC as well. But GameStop, man, there's no rest for GameStop here. GameStop just getting pummeled. Just pummeled. Yeah, golly. Okay. So then we got, let's see here. SOS down a chunk. Fuel Cell's trying to recover. Really throughout the day here. We did have a sell-off period. Never mind. But nice recent attempted recovery here. Cost, Tilray, Kappa Microvision down about 4% here. Tuscan GTech. Oh, we were going to look at top news. Let's look at the top. Let's see what the suits are reading. It's always good to know what the suits are reading. Freaking suits. Let's go top. Top news. Let's go. All right. So, $3 billion loan. ETF haul shows worries about faster inflation. I'm tired of hearing suits talk about worries over high inflation. Show me inflation. Oh, here's Bridgewater. Oh, Bridgewater saying we're going into the great deleveraging, right? Let's see. The world is on the verge of a new inflationary wave that could force the Federal Reserve to raise rates earlier than planned, according to co-chief investment officer of the world's largest hedge fund. The Biden administration's extreme approach to fiscal stimulus looks to turbocharge consumer prices while threatening the post-crisis bond and stock rally. The pricing in of inflation in markets is actually the beginning of a major secular change, not just an overreaction of what's going on. Economic conditions and inflation will adjust faster than either markets or the Fed are expecting. I don't know. Part of me is a little concerned that Ray Dalio and call me jaded. That's fine. I'm being jaded. But part of me thinks Ray Dalio is trying to double down on his, no, we're going into the great deleveraging. Like, we're going to be right. The great deleveraging is happening, and it happens when interest rates go up because inflation's going up. People are going to get spanked because, interest rates are going to go up, and then they're going to realize their debt is more expensive, and they're going to want to pay down their debt as fast as possible. Okay. So they've long talked about this, so they're just being consistent. Yeah. All right. Nothing new here. Always worth seeing what the suits are saying. Don't have to agree with them. Biden open stimulus roadshow. I don't get that. like part of me thinks the whole stimulus roadshow thing is potentially a little bit of a waste of time. I feel like people know about it, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, maybe there are communities that just aren't paying attention to things in it. Like, did you know that if you have an EIDL loan, you could refinance it by getting a PPP? That means it makes it free. It's pretty cool. All right. Okay, what do we got here? March stimulus to thaw February retail freeze. Okay. Peloton's Aussie foray. Ooh, wait, I want to read that. May kickstart Asia entry. Ooh. Ooh, that's a juicy article for Peloton. Let's launch this. That is juicy. Yeah, you got any more of them cheap stocks? I know. It's been a little frustrating, I'll tell you. What's going on at Root? Never bought Root, but I'll look at Root in just a sec. So I'll put them up as a reminder here. Peloton, Australia move could boost subs, kickstart Asia entry. Peloton's planned expansion to Australia may add about 125,000 connected fitness subscribers and 100 million in GP by the end of 2023. But more importantly, improves competitive positioning by streaming live fitness content across all time zones. Ooh. Ooh. Margin may expand faster given Asia proximity. Oh, because you don't have to ship it as far. Oh, interesting. That is fascinating. It's just a Trojan horse to get into China. All right, let's go on over to Root. Hey, when's this coffee going to hit? Somebody have anything faster? Is there anything I could put in this that would make this go a little faster? Look at the mug I got today. Somebody sent me this. This is actually a real estate client. They sent me this. They're like, I picked Kevin. This was, I had this on my listing presentations, actually. Meet Kevin with the check mark, and then meet Biff with the big red Ghostbuster circle. I don't know if we'll see it. No, because I don't think I have pictures anymore of it. So probably, yeah, no, it got unindexed. Oh, that's a bummer. Biff was so funny. You can watch that TV commercial. Meet Kevin, TV commercial, Biff. And then you'll meet Biff. There's Biff. There's Biff. There's a picture of Biff. It's hilarious. Yeah, if you haven't seen that yet. Yeah, okay. I made it. Warcraft meets Born. I don't know. It's a stupid title. But it's worth watching this. You know what? I don't think I'll get demonetized. Should we play it? No, it's too embarrassing to play. It's too embarrassing. It's from 2013. But you can watch it yourself. And it also has nothing to do with stocks. So I'm not gonna milk your time here, looking at that. I should post that on the channel. I don't know. Should I maybe one day, like reacting to my TV commercial from 2013? Oh man. All right. What's going on at Root? Root's up 4% in the day. So Root's just having a little bit of softness here. And maybe I'll do a react video. I don't know. I've got so many old videos. One day we'll have to react to these. It'll be kind of funny. So what do we got here? Churchill Capital up about 13%. Man, everybody wants to see it. Seriously? Okay. All right. We'll do it. Then we'll go back to the sticks. Okay. We'll do it really quick. Oh man, I don't know. Okay, all right. So this is my TV commercial from 2013. Let's see here. Me, Kevin, TV commercial. I'm nervous. This is so weird. What was it? Warcraft meets Born or something like that? Because that was my inspiration for my TV commercial. It was a cross between World of Warcraft and Born. So you have to remember the Born identity scene, where Bourne's got like the sniper trained on the CIA, and you see all of the blue light in like the CIA room or whatever. Man, and it looks so different too. We're gonna go back to the sticks, I promise. But okay, let's do it. It's 31 seconds because it's a TV slot, right? Oh man. Okay. And it's also possible that I may have pissed off the World of Warcraft community with it, even though I'm a big World of Warcraft fan. Anyway, here we go.
That's right. Leave a message.
Meet Biff. He's a lousy real estate agent / level 90 gold elf warrior.
Incoming call. Transferring.
Hello, this is Kevin. Meet Kevin. He's an awesome real estate agent. When it's time to buy or sell your home, call Kevin, not Biff. MeetKevin.com.
Can't handle it. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the 420 on the clock too. Look at this for a moment. So look at the detail here. Listing canceled is on this dude's desk. There's underwear on the floor. Right here, there's underwear on the floor behind me, right here, with, oh, yeah, and the Trust Me rider, too. Look, he's got a Trust Me sign rider for his real estate listings, next to his underwear, some old pizza, and multiple days' worth of cereal bowls, of course, on his desk, with the microwave, the lava lamp, the little pirate ship lamp, and, of course, 420. I can't handle it. Oh my gosh. So that's Biff. Yeah, the theme was don't get biffed. Anyway, okay, let's go back to the sticks. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, okay. Where were we? We're at 12%. Just up 12% on CCIV here. Back to the sticks. 6% on Moderna. Nice Moderna run here. Xpeng, look at Xpeng coming out of the of the doldrums. Woo! Nice run here on Xpeng. Up 5.4% today. Trying to follow CCIV up. Nice moves on CCIV. How old was I there? Well, let's see. That was 2013. Oh my god, that was 8 years ago? Oh my god. What? Was it 2013? That's 8 years ago. That's scary. 8 years ago. That means I was 21? Yeah, because I'm 29. This is 21. Wow. That's weird. Okay. Anyway. So, yeah. All right. GameStop. Okay, we're down 16%. So we had a little bit of a recovery here. Definitely a little bit of a recovery on GameStop. Not as bad as that 20% decline that we've seen. Still some pain here, but some recovery. Cannabis still, doing a little bit of a weirdness today. We've got G-Tech, the cannabis plant, also down about 3% here. Virgin Galactic down about 3%. Let's see what they got talking. What she's talking about here. Oh, TV commercial. Okay, alrighty. Well, I guess she doesn't have anything to talk about. In that case, let's see what we've got. Nope. Ads everywhere. Everything's an ad right now. Yeah. Bloomberg's an ad. CNBC is an ad. Oh, and Biden headed to Georgia to tout stimulus. Okay, politics. I can't handle it. Okay, back to the sticks it is then. But yeah, I mean, we're kind of consistent here. I don't see major changes happening here right now. We've got consistency in Churchill. It's over 10%. We got that, which is wonderful. Because I got 7 figures in this one, okay? I like people like, Kevin, you still holding on CCV? I'm like, am I holding CCIV? Yes. it's so 12% is nice. And I have my position built out. So honestly, Moon, please, just Moon. I don't need to get it cheaper anymore. I got my cheap deals. I got it at 19. It paid a little. I did buy a little bit of shares at 30, 32, and 35. Just a fraction though. I think my average basis is like 21 something. But anyway, Roblox up 4.89%. EXPI up. EXPI coming back. Look at this, multiple days on a row here. I'll take a look at that in a moment. So EXPI up again for another day in a row here. We just sort of had multiple days in a row of running at EXPI. It'd be interesting if they go back to 70, 80. Watch they split again. That'd be hilarious. You just keep doing multiple stock splits over and over again. It could happen. GameStop down 16.4%. Express trying to recover, but down 12%. Fuel Cell recovered. Fuel Cell was down a lot worse. They were down 10 to 12% there for a moment. FRX not getting any love. I'm green on it, but not getting any love from the markets right now, which is shocking given its relative valuation compared to Piton. Massive hype it had too. It went up to like 16, something like that. So listen to this. It's always good to at least briefly listen to transports.
Shipping companies reactivated just about every vessel, and ports were jammed. We're here at the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey, and they tell me they've just been running on all cylinders. Here, vessels are bringing larger containers than typically seen. They say that they've seen about a 15 to 20% increase in volume, but what they're not seeing is the same increase in trucking that takes those containers away from the port. So while they're busy and they're jammed, they're not seeing the help to get the packages out of the port. Now, some companies are trying to avoid this bottleneck. Companies like Peloton, they're investing tens of millions of dollars into more expensive air transport. But of course, that's going to add to the bottom line. Consumers are being told to expect increases in cost.
That's not going to add to the bottom line. That's going to take away from the bottom line. It's going to add to the bottom line costs.
Usually there's a slowdown in retail sales, but this year with stimulus checks, National Retail Federation is predicting more backlogs to continue. Stuart.
That's Lydia Hu at the Port of New Jersey right there. Lydia, thank you very much indeed. All right, everyone, did you see this?
That was cool. That Steadicam shot they did of her. Well, it looked like a Steadicam. It could just be a big freaking heavy camera. But man, I want to do that. I want to just be standing anywhere in the world, and we could do these updates, and somebody could just be walking around me with a big Steadicam. All right. But I don't know. How do you broadcast that stuff live? That's crazy. I don't know. That seems like to get that stuff done mobile. I mean, I guess that's why they have like those satellite trucks or whatever, those big radio or, trucks. So, okay. Yeah, I mean, pretty stable market here. Nice, stable for Churchill Capital. We keep trying to test red, keep going green. You know what's freaky? This is why, if you haven't yet, you might want to consider following on Twitter. But look at what I tweeted this yesterday. Where was it? Is this. So I tweeted this yesterday. Oops, that's not it. This button. I said, CCIV has learned to respect the box. I drew this 2 to 3 weeks ago, and after the crash, it came right back to respect the box. Anyway, in my opinion, if we break out, we run to $34 to $40 for a while until we get some real test drives and sales. Then we can go to the moon, especially if we prove that 500 mile range. So. Anyway, feel free to follow on Twitter at RealMeatKevin. Okay, and then we do have also that poll going on about let's see. Yeah, you guys are actually very, very pro. I thought maybe we'd get a different response here, but we have roughly the percentage actually improved, with 78% of you now saying extend the HODL code until the stimulus comes in. I mean, I think that's fair and equitable. Okay, well, I appreciate y'all saying that. I got to figure out the logistics of that. But anyway, Churchill Capital now 13%. What? Oh my gosh. Jeez. Brandon, hey, Kevin, will landlords around the country, you think, be able to exit out tenants soon? You mean evict tenants, right? Yeah. So what you need to do like ASAP, especially in Jersey, is contact your housing department and apply for rental assistance. You can get up to 12 months of back rent covered and 6 months of future rent. Apply for the rental assistance and the homeowner assistance. Hop to it. Let's go. Let's go. Like, don't wait another minute. I'd hop on that right away. Underrated comment. Don't you know all good deals end with 97? Oh, okay. Into like cents. Or like what? 497, 597. It's interesting. The psychology of numbers. Here in China, it's 8. Anyway, 5%, or 5 percentage point move here. 5 percentage point move. Okay, let's see. Yeah, 14.8%. Now down about 15%. Really volatile here, GameStop, but trying to recover. Really trying to come in with a recovery. Cannabis just not doing well. And but what is doing well? Let's look at some of the middle stocks here. Etsy, phenomenal stock. Twitter. I hated Twitter for a very long time, and I started loving. I shouldn't say loving. Started liking them when they were around $40, and I got more interested in Twitter. It's one of the reasons they're in the pies right now. Amazon, Rocket, Redfin. These guys up 1 to 2% here. Cloudflare, Pinterest. Wow, going to 3%. Nice. So we were on 71, weren't we? Where was that yesterday? Yesterday we were at 71. Let's look at that really quick. Yeah, 71, 77. Okay, so that was yesterday. Yeah, Xpeng, Roblox, very, very sturdy here. Oh, we're almost at 1337. Oh my gosh, for CCIV. Can we get a screenshot at 1337, please? Please give us a 1337 increase. That'd be so cool. And we'll be able to pull that. Ooh, I don't think so because we keep running. This is kooky. CCIV, it's a little pricey, honestly. Like over 30, over 35 gets a little pricey. But I do think there's potential for this. 34 to 40 is I think where we'll settle. We start getting test drives, huge catalyst. Autonomy, mega catalyst. As long as they don't screw up with the test drives, with the autonomy, there's a big potential there. Come on, hit 1337, will ya? It literally hits every other freaking number instead of 1337. It's so annoying. Anyway, there's some big potential catalysts here. Autonomy, hopefully, as long as they don't screw up, the autonomy could be a big catalyst. Obviously, test drives would be a big catalyst. And then sale, like deliveries. I pre-ordered one. We'll see. We'll see. Not going to get 1337. Just going to keep doing this. Oh, well. It's my favorite number. Whoa! We just bumped into the 14% range. That's cray-cray. Unfrozen tendies. Starting to heat up. Starting to bake. I like the smell of these tendies. We're trading with GameStop, but GameStop's recovering. GameStop really coming back here. Oh, 97 means it's on clearance. Oh. Thank you for that, Snipes. Is that a Walmart thing? Okay. Clearance is 97. That's interesting. Because I worked at Hollister, but they didn't do coupons when I worked there. Now they do a lot of coupons and like discount stuff. But there was a clearance section. But then again, I kind of got fired from Hollister, so that didn't go too well. Yeah. I found out, I guess, why I got fired from Hollister can be a topic for a different video. Essentially fired, I should say. Anyway. Okay. So GameStop's trying to recover. Yes, I know Peter Rollinson will be on CNBC. Maybe we'll just go live during that time. I think that might be a cool thing to do. So we can watch the after-hour sticks too. Be doing Mad Money. So I imagine maybe you'll be there if I go live then. Check back. You might not get a notification. I think y'all know by now, though. The notifications are funny. YouTube's very bizarre with the notifications. Yeah, so just check back every so often. You'll see if I'm live or not. It's little red icons there. I don't think they'll. CCIV hit 1337. Okay, well, as long as it's on the recording, it's been immortalized. It is though now fall. It's red candle sticking a little bit. It's fine. That's obviously the nature of the stock market. So, okay, folks. Okay, so yes, on the Kevin got fired because he kept looking at his Weeble during work hours. That's funny. Follow Peter. I've got Peter Rollinson on Twitter. Yep. So, cool. All right, folks. Thank you very much for being here. I will extend that coupon code for. I got to figure out a day. Like I I got to figure that out. I got to figure out when the checks are coming. I do think there are a lot of people who have obviously been falling because of the, through the stimulus check drama, and you want to build your wealth as well. So I do think that's fair. Thank you all for participating and voting, by the way, or many of you, or even your commentary. So, okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Nice big fat red candlestick here on CCIV. Totally natural. I mean, we've had many of those tests, so we'll see where this bounces. But anyway, thank you so much for being here, folks. We'll see you later. Have a good one. Bah, I gotta get some coffee and cereal.